Good evening. Now your STV News, including the headlines for air. A Scottish teenager has died after plunging from a block of flats in Magaluf, Mallorca. 19-year-old Natalie Cormack, thought to be from West Kilbride, fell from the 7th floor of the resort's Eden Rock di Terranova on Friday. An investigation is underway. The family of a murdered Elgin woman, Arlene Fraser, have made an impassioned plea for more information on the 20th anniversary of her death. Arlene disappeared from her home in April 1998. Her husband, Nat Fraser, was convicted of hiring a hitman to kill her, but has never told police where to find her remains. Now her family hope that someone will come forward to finally give them closure.
I just have a feeling that there will be something will happen. Not tomorrow or not next week, but I think there are people out there that know a bit more about this than they've told, and that their conscience may be pricked by something to actually come forward and let us know what happened, Arlene.
Human remains found by police have been confirmed as those of a missing grandmother in Glasgow. The body parts were found following searches in the Govan and Drummoyne areas for 47-year-old Julie Riley. 41-year-old Andrew Wallace has been charged with her murder and was remanded in custody. Rescuers are searching for an elderly fisherman who disappeared at a river in the North Highlands. Ian McMullen from Hertfordshire, who's in his 80s, was reported missing yesterday evening. He was fishing on the River Oikel near Lairg, and it's thought he may have got into difficulty in the vicinity of Oikel Bridge.
The inshore lifeboat is searching up towards the lagoon in front of Carbisdale Castle and just basically checking the banks and under the banking and seeing if there's anything in the water, basically.
The Scottish Government has announced nearly £2 million funding to support decommissioning technology in the North East. Energy Minister Paul Wheelhouse confirmed the cash at Aberdeen University's Ocean Lab, where a new decommissioning centre of excellence will be based. It's hoped the site will help to develop world-leading technology in the sector.
This basin is a more mature basin, and therefore there's an opportunity to learn from what happens in the North Sea and then export that technology and expertise, importantly expertise, using the North East of Scotland and Scotland as a whole as a hub for the global oil and gas industry as they then have to enter a phase of decommissioning themselves in other basins around the world. So we've got an opportunity as first movers here.
Scotland's whisky industry has reached a target for increased renewable energy use 4 years early. The Scotch Whisky Association set out an environmental strategy in 2009 to reduce fossil fuel usage and increase its reliance on green energy across the sector. Now, the Scottish Alpaca Championships are to take place on Saturday, with more than 140 of the creatures taking part. Known as the Crufts of Alpacas, the event will take place in Lanark. They'll be judged in colour, sex and age categories. And the main story in air now. 2 Ayrshire women on trial for murder have had 4 other charges against them dropped. However, Lynette and Sheila Greenup still face charges of assaulting and murdering Sharon Greenup in 2016. Here's Bruce Mackenzie.
The motion to drop 4 charges was made by Advocate Depute Ashley Edwards as the Crown concluded almost 3 weeks of evidence against Lynette and Sheila Greenup. 20-year-old Sheila and her 40-year-old aunt were therefore acquitted of charges of fraud, wrongly obtaining benefits, stealing money from Sharon and committing breach of the peace. However, the 2 major charges remain, accusing both of assaulting Sharon Greenup between September and November 2016 and murdering her in the house they all shared in Troon. Jurors have now been sent home for today and will begin to hear evidence for the defence on Monday. Lynette and Sheila Greenup deny the charges of assault and murder, and the case here at the High Court in Glasgow continues.
Well, that's all for now. Remember to join us for the STV News at 6 in your area. But first, here's the weather. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
TUI sponsors STV Weather. TUI sponsors STV Weather.